Alright, well, it's unseasonably windy. Well, actually, I guess it is the season for it. Anyways, it is windy and rainy, and that's pretty rare for Southern California. And so unfortunately we're not able to do our normal Sunday ride. However, I figured it would be a good time to catch up on some vlogging. So I want to go over a couple of tips for group riding, because when I first got my my first bike, it was a lot of solo riding, just commuting to work and back. But now when I ride, it's mostly as a group, like we're going to a restaurant or exploring a different part of San Diego. I just wanted to share a couple of tips that can make riding as a group safer. So first off, I want to talk about the communication devices that we use. Some of them can get really expensive. Clarence found a brand, FOD Sports, that is reasonably priced. And we started out with this model. It is on the much more affordable end of communication devices and can connect up to 6 different riders, which is really incredible. The audio quality was pretty good, there wasn't too much interference, but the biggest downside, the buttons were so small, and when you're wearing gloves and trying to like answer a call or change the song or turn the volume up or down, it's so easy to accidentally mash like 3 buttons all at once. So then we upgraded to another FOD Sports model. This time there are fewer buttons, they're bigger, and it's a lot easier to use and connect. So I would highly recommend getting yourself some kind of communication device. Often when you're group riding, there's, if you ever took a motorcycle safety course, they show you a list of different hand signals, and it's a lot. It's a lot. And instead of trying to memorize every single one, I think getting a communication device is like, just kind of nulls a lot of that out. Which is not to say you shouldn't still use certain hand signals, you know, like whether you're trying to get into a lane, it still lets other drivers as well know that you're wanting to get in aside from using your turn signal. Now getting into actual riding, before you take off, you should decide on a leader. Usually that's somebody who's more experienced of a rider and they know where they're going, or at least the general directions. When I'm riding as the group leader, I like to also verbally say which exit we're taking, which lane I'm merging into, just so that the other riders know what I'm doing as well. Be mindful of each other, and if you're leading, don't just speed off. Be mindful of the different bikes that you're riding with. You know, if you're riding a 1200cc engine and then your friends are riding a 250, don't just speed off and leave them behind. Okay, my second tip is riding in a staggered formation. This is like motorcycle safety, group riding 101. When you're riding staggered, it gives everyone more space, as well as braking distance and the ability to see if anything is coming in their way. And let's say someone in front gets into an accident, instead of being directly behind them and then following suit and getting into them and then riding into them, now you have more braking distance. You can move to the right or to the left to get out of the way. Staggered riding is just so important in staying safe. So if you're riding in the rear, you're not just the slow one in the back. You can also actively help the leader by making sure, you know, before anyone merges into the lane, you can be the one double checking for everyone that there is space, that it's clear. And let's say you have the leader and you have a newer rider in the middle, you can watch out for the newer rider. Anyways, I hope you found this video really useful. If you have any riding tips as well or questions, just comment below, and like and subscribe if you like this content, and we'll see you next time.